Hi Slot.it friends. Here on the picture on the screen you see the race we had a month ago at the Anderson track, and we used the Group C slotted cars, and also last week we drove them with the Oxigen offset, so digital. We drove them at Diepenbeek, and before that we drove a Group C match in DSA in Belgium. And I want to speak about the rule set of for the next year for those three events. If you want to start with Oxigen, you always think, okay, which cars are we going to chip? What's the easy way to do it? My guess is start with a Group C car, because there are so many variations of it, and I will show you when I change to this camera. You have a Jaguar, you have Porsche, you have the, where is the Nissan? Yeah. Oh, the Nissan is over here, and I dropped down the Porsche. In my case, I have the Camel one, so put it beside me. I think there are almost 50 variants of Group C cars. So that, and it's also an easy car to chip. They're around about 20 years. That Slot.it made them. So and there are different upgraded chassis for it now, and it's a lovely car to drive. So how are we going to set the setup? And I will take you to the most important things of the rule set. Over here, I'll change this to go away. Yeah, now it's gone. I had the rule sets from Tim from DSA, and I think that's the most easy one, because the car is almost box stock. You have to put some lights in it and a chip, and you're almost good to go. The body, and I will take the body off now. There is here a small link that you can get the power of the car. It will still light because there is a capacitor in it. And let's first talk about the body. Now the body has to be box stock, 21 grams, and you can do a vacuum formed cockpit in it. I use two lights because I want the same weight left and right, but you can do it with one. You can put them over here, you can put them over there. But I think that the best way to do it is to lower it down as much as possible, so the car will not easy flip. So you want always that your weight is as low as possible. So that's about the most difficult part of the car. You don't have to drive them, of course, with lights, but when you drive on the tracks I do, and they are normally a little bit big, you can also do some part of it driving in the dark, but with so many cars on the track, it's easy to follow your car when they have lights, front lights and tail lights. We all have the same motor, the MX-16 23000. We all have the same tires, and which tires do we use for the Ninko tracks? Because we all drive on plastic tracks. The body, the chassis, I will come to that later on maybe. Oh yeah, on the Jaguar and the Nissan, they have normally wheel covers. Now, you can, in this rule set you can take them off. And for the rest of the car is box stocks, modifications are not allowed, everything has to be on it that's in the box. Oh yeah, we use two different motor parts, the 01 and the 0.5, but when you use a 0.5 motor set, you also have to drive a diameter of 16.5 wheels. Do you use a 00 offset, then you have to drive a 15.8 wheel set behind. There are no suspension in it. The bearings cannot be glued. The same motor. We use the 9 pinion and the 29 gearing. Yeah, 28 gearing is it. And you can use the aluminium one, you can use the copper one, but you also can use, and I have them over here, the GE28AL or the GE28BZ. So that's a small difference. It's a little bit lighter. You can use the aluminium fronts or the plastic fronts, but you have to do the wider slick tires on it. And in this case I have a C chip in it, but you can also use a B chip, and because the I will always be in the middle of it. With a B chip you will do the chip probably in the length, and we do it landscape. The wires are soldered on the chip, so you get the power from the chip, but you can also do the wiring for the lightning on the brakes or on the motor. It's the way you want to do it. That's your choice. You can change the screws to Slot.it, so you can take the one was in box stock out and you will do this set in it. That's about it, I think, from the highlights. We drive with the PT 1207 G25s from Slot.it, and that's a perfect tire on plastic. They have a lot of grip. You can use 5 sorts of guides, but if they're all from Slot.it, and don't have to say that you don't use a wooden guide from Slot.it, because that will not fit in an Inco track. The brakes free of choice. So and if your weight isn't 21 grams, then you have to put some lead in it, 1.5 centimeter above the lowest part of the car, and 62.5 is the width of the car in the 4 wheels and at the end. So it's a quite simple setup, and it gives you a lot of fun, and all cars can run about the same speed. So yeah, you have to be a little bit lucky with your motor. You can also buy 10 motors and find which one has more power than the 23,000 RPMs. But at the end, it's the guy on a trigger who do the most of it. So a simple setup, almost box stock. Put in a chip. Read the regulations about the tires and the bracket, and you're done, and you have a wonderful race. So if the clubs want to do it, have fun with it. See you later.